political analyst Onur Erim, who joins us here in Istanbul. Hi there, Onur. Thank you so much again for joining us. We're continuing to look at these live pictures of the TCG Anadolu make its way along the Istanbul Strait towards the Black Sea. As we've been hearing, it is a significant day for Turkey, not only because it is a national public holiday, but because this is quite a key addition to Turkey's naval defense capabilities. Onur, I'm wondering if you can tell us what will it mean for Turkey's defense capabilities as a whole, the addition of the TCG Anadolu?
What a glorious day on this April 23rd, marking the 103rd, inauguration of the opening of the Turkish Grand National Assembly. This actually, there's so many things to talk about when it comes to TCG Anadolu, but I think to keep it short in maybe in one sentence or so, I can say that Türkiye has actually now gained indigenously making this on her own shipyards. Türkiye now has capability of two things that she didn't have before. Number one, Türkiye is now able to move independently a soldiers, armed forces in a size of just over a battalion size, from point A to point B through water, which it couldn't do independently before. Now you can run this operation independently because of TCG Anadolu. And the other thing is, as this project started, which was the aim from the beginning, but because it had never been done, I think it was not just paid attention too much, or the government didn't really want to reveal this before that she was sure that she could do this. Is that this is now world's first drone warship. You have to have two things. You have to realize you have to have a ship that's capable, a sea platform, capable of carrying such a mission like being a drone ship. But you must also have drones that are able to land and take off from a sea platform like this. So Turkey has now, done this very short in a very short period, in a very speedy way, and just from the international arena, in international seminars and congresses, I could tell you for sure, the minute Turkey says, yes, we are now able to export our UAV ships, there are at least 5 countries in the world that is ready, willing, and eagerly waiting to buy this sea platform with the UAVs.
Yes, I was just observing the international press coverage of the commissioning of the TCG Anadolu. As we've been pointing out, it is the world's first drone carrier. Do you anticipate there to be a lot of demand for something like this? The fact that no one else has been able to produce such a carrier before, I'd imagine a lot of countries, perhaps other defense companies, are really closely watching the development of this TCG Anadolu.
Oh, absolutely. When I speak about this, I speak of what I have experienced firsthand. There are at least 5 countries that is eagerly waiting to see when and if Turkey says that we're now ready to produce and sell this. They're waiting in line. And bear in mind, although I don't have, I can't tell you precisely what it would be, but I would imagine a fully loaded TCG Anadolu with 30 to 40 attack helicopters with 40, 45 UAVs would cost, I would presume, no less than 1.5 to $2 billion mark per piece. So this is an extremely innovative achievement. I think it's going to change as the Turkish UAVs changed a lot of the things in modern day warfare. I think this is also going to change a lot of things that we now know as in the modern day warfare on how countries build up their navies and build up their forces.
Yes, and the fact that this is a drone carrier really underscores the fact that the use of drones or unmanned aerial vehicles has really increased in recent years. But alongside that, Turkey has also emerged as a world leader in terms of producing its own indigenous UAVs. I'm thinking one such drone known as the Bayraktar, produced by the Bayrak company, has emerged as one that really has made world headlines. Can you just describe that sector of Turkey's defense material development? How has Turkey really come out as a leading producer of such drones?
Well, I guess when you put something to your mind, and then when you work hard enough on something as a human being, there is no other way but to succeed with God's help. Now, when Turkey started this endeavor, you have to realize this is not just Baykar and Bayraktar, but also a Turkish state-owned company, TAI. When they started with very small types of drones, and then they just build up on that, one by one, step by step, so to speak. And Turkey never took no for an answer, and may also, I think, very humbly thank all of our quote unquote Western allies for not allowing us to share their technologies along the way, because that actually helped Turkey. It actually pushed Turkey to produce all the critical parts, all the strategic parts of these indigenously. Now, when you do that and when you succeed, the success, the commercial success, or the physical, the practical success of the UAVs came just along. Right now, Turkey is not. You have to realize, people say Turkey is making a very good product in UAVs, both TAI and Baykar. Turkey is selling it bit under the competitors of her US or Israeli or UK competitors. What people don't realize, yes, Turkey is maybe selling a bit under their competitors, and that may be a very good reason for skyrocketing UAV sales of Turkish UAV sales in the world. But what people don't talk about is, because Turkey is able to produce this 100% indigenously, at least on the critical parts, she's also able to cost these at much lower rates. So because we're not buying any critical parts, any strategic parts from our Western quote unquote allies, we are costing everything less. We're not paying extra dollars for their know-how or for critical parts that they don't want to really give out. So Turkey's success, yes, is number one, because she did a very good job at a very speedy time, but because she had to do most of these, if not all of these, indigenously, the cost of these such technologically advanced equipment is also much less than her Western allies.
Yes, and in fact, when it comes to the TCG Anadolu, some 70% of the parts that made this drone carrier were indigenously produced, or produced by Turkey's own defense industry. And the President Erdogan, that is, did point out that this was also historic on another level, because Turkey's external dependence on the defense sector has dramatically decreased from some 80% in the early 2000s to as low as 20% in 2022. I guess this underlines your point that Turkey is becoming more self-sufficient in terms of producing its own defense materials, weapons and vehicles. But I want to look at also just how much the industry has been able to export around the world, because the latest figures show that Turkey's defense industry exported some $4.4 billion worth of its own defense goods internationally, and you compare that to what it was 20 years ago, which stood at 250 million, it really is an exponential increase. So more and more people around the world are really relying on Turkey's defense exports, aren't they?
They are, and the ecosystem for this is developing. Now, I'm glad you brought up the fact that about 72% of TCG Anadolu is indigenous. We also have to look at another issue. TCG Anadolu, there is, I believe the numbers, just over 300 Turkish companies that work on TCG Anadolu. So, you're making most of these indigenously, which also means you are developing an entire ecosystem for such industries. Now we have all 300 Turkish companies that developed a lot of innovative stuff for TCG Anadolu. That is now in the system. So not only are we, capable of now building TCG Anadolu, we have now more experience building such ships as TCG Anadolu, and more importantly, I think we have subcontractors in the level of production, which is very important, who have also gained on their own, experiences and know-how to produce such, parts, smaller parts for the entire line of, process of production. So it is gaining Turkey a number of advantages in different levels, not only because now she can do more and export more, but she's now gaining more experience in multi-level levels of the production, which you'll see in return will actually start popping up in other places. A company or an ecosystem that is now able to produce such sea platform like TCG Anadolu will now be able to do more stuff on more ships. It will probably start developing other things like we've seen in Baykar, we see in TAI. They start with small drones. Now they're in the last they're in the last level of any drone in the world, which is drones with the jets, with the jet engines. So you will see this will actually move forward the industry. This will push all the companies industry to do more and to do everything just better than they did before.
Okay, Onur Erim, we'll have to leave it there, but thank you so much for sharing your analysis with us, as always.